You ever had somebody that in your family that's always hungry and thirsty? Like, they never get enough food. Maybe they're teenagers or little kids. Let's talk about that. Yeah. So, good morning, beautiful people. It is Monday. Oh yeah, I'm a rad dad. Bluey, not a sponsor, but should be. Anyway, my daughter got me that for Father's Day. So, somebody who's always thirsty, somebody who's always hungry. Isn't it interesting that a lot of things in the Bible are surrounded by food? You know, Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit. Most of your most important events happened around mealtime, Lord's Supper. Interesting. And Jesus' first miracle, turning water into wine. Drink, thirsty. And he saved the best for last. Always thirsting for something. Now me, I love water, so I drink about 2 of these a day and, water here and there. Isn't it interesting that water really is tasteless, and yet we still need it? Our body's filled with water. Our brain needs water. Our eyes, our organs, everything that functions in our body needs food or sustenance and drink. It always interests me that we hunger and thirst for physical things. We hunger and thirst for mental or emotional things to fill those voids. But we really skirt away from the spiritual. I think if we actually worried about or looked towards the spiritual first in Jesus Christ, the other three things would typically follow. If we get our spiritual life in the right direction, then we have different perspective, we have different ideas, we have different ways of having comfort and empathy and sympathy for those things that we're going through, or those things that other people are going through. So this idea of hungering and thirsting. So let's go spiritually. Matthew chapter 5, verse 6. This is the Sermon on the Mount, most famous sermon that he did, Matthew 5, 6, and 7. And we're going through the blessings that Christians have. And so here he says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied." Now, if we want to pursue righteousness, if we want to pursue that, the only way to pursue that is to go to the person who's righteous. The only person in the world that was ever good. The one who ever took all the temptation of the world and never sinned. The one who loved us to the point of dying on the cross, being buried for 3 days and resurrecting. He is the one that gives righteousness. He is the one that makes us complete and perfect in God's sight, because of his blood that was shed for us. So, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. So I thirst for God's word, which is the bread of life, which is the sword of the Spirit, which is his words. That I eat on his words. I eat on what he wants in my life and his wisdom. And I thirst for his unquenching, forever quenching my spirit. It's like this longing, this thirsting, and I have been satisfied. And the only way we can be satisfied in this world is through Jesus Christ. We try to fill the void with physical things, emotional things, mental things, but if we get the spiritual right, if we get the spiritual direction right, then those things would take care of himself. Because Jesus is the way, the truth, and life, and he's the one that gives us sustenance for our soul. Are you pursuing, that's my encouragement, are you pursuing righteousness in Jesus, or are you trying to pursue righteousness in yourself, or in the world, or in other things? It doesn't work, guys. I promise you it does not work. The only working righteousness is Jesus Christ himself. I love you. Jesus loves you. You have a great Monday, a great week. Bye-bye.